Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and this should have been part of Coffee Beer Week. I'm not too sure if it will be part of Coffee Beer Week. I don't even know if Coffee Beer Week is still gonna go ahead. Of course you'll be seeing if this has got the hashtag Coffee Beer Week, which, wow, that's gonna go viral. Then you'll know what it is beforehand. But in the last beer review I mentioned that my beer cabinet was stinking of stale beer, and I was really perplexed. And I think the can I had before this was a little bit, you could squeeze it a little bit, but we found out whilst I was doing the beer review that no, that can was absolutely fine. So I'm just minding my business, going in there, and I get that whiff again, and it reminded me, oh shit, this is stale beer. So I'm like looking through, and then I pick up the other weird beard beer in that selection, and it was hollow. It was an empty can. I'm not just because the can was just empty, but it was still like the ring pull was still unsealed. So it had somehow, I'm not sure how it's done it, because I was like feeling around for it. I couldn't feel like any sort of like clear holes or anything like that. So it seems that the beer was just slowly pouring out of the bottom of the can over time. Now, the way I've got my beer cabinet, right underneath, separated on two shelves, I've got like my old consoles in there. And I was like, oh shit, please don't have poured down like my Nintendo 64 and then my original Xbox. The original Xbox was slightly covered, luckily no ports or anything, so it's not seeped into it, and my old Xbox 360 as well. So yeah, basically, a can had opened from the underneath and just poured everywhere. So it was like all on the back of my shelf, it was on each individual shelf, and it was everything was sticky. It took me fucking ages to clean. So yeah, I lost a can of beer, and funny enough, a beer that was supposed to be for this coffee beer series. So there's only going to be 2 weird beard beers on this one. And then I ended up drinking the other coffee beer that I had. So I need more coffee beers before I can actually do a coffee beer week. I've got plenty of beer reviews to upload anyway, so it's not really, like, oh god, I need them by next week. Doesn't really matter. And at the end of the day, who fucking cares? So yeah, I'm going to try and keep this as part of Coffee Beer Week, because I've wanted to do it, because coffee and beer is one of my favourite combinations. So we're on to the second and last weird beard beer. And this is the Armus Stout, which is a coffee tonka double stout, clocking in at 8.5% ABV. I do like the artwork on the weird beard cans, although I do miss the weird beard. My god, try saying that fast 10 times when you're pissed. I do miss the bottles where each bottle top would have its like own unique like design for that specific beer. But yeah, Armus Stout. I'm not sure what that's in relation to, but I do like that. And yeah, coffee, tonka, molasses, honey, so oats as well. So looking forward to this one. It's an absolutely sweltering day. Well, it's not really, it's warm. We've had a few days where it's been extreme warm, and yes, my hair's fucking doing whatever it fucking wants to. That part's fine, but what's going on here, Peter? What's going on that side? Let's just do that. It's like I'm doing a shit tribute to Jaco Beer, isn't it? Who's got much better hair than I do, and is much more in shape than I am. But yeah, this was kindly picked up by Adam from Mersey Beers, who I don't think he's done on purpose. Nah, he's not. No, I wouldn't even joke about that. It's just, I don't know, because I'd had the can in there for like weeks beforehand and it was fine. So I don't know if like somehow pressure or the temperature in the room has caused it to do that, or if it was just doing that anyway and I didn't really realise. But yeah, so it was a little bit annoying, but no point crying over spilt beer. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to this. It's a really nice warm day today. Nice warm day. but just finished work and I feel like having a bath, so I'm going to indulge in a bath with the rest of this beer, and I don't know what I'll do. I don't know, just chill. Anyway, nobody needs to imagine me naked in a bath, do they? I mean, some people might, fair play to you, but I am going to question what you see in me, to be honest. So, beer in the glass then, and yeah, that's looking nice. Head dissipated quite quickly actually, but it's got that sort of like cafe creamer look to it. Nice sort of dark beige. It looks pretty much pitch black, but I'm sure as I drink it, it might start to show sort of like reddy brown tones. I'm terrible with like getting jet black in beer now, because it just doesn't end up being pitch black. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. One day I'll have a proper setup with lights. I'll get a proper camera, probably get a microphone. It'll be fantastic. But for the time being, I'm gonna have to deal with this. I mean, I'll be getting a new phone soon as well, so I can actually do some proper nice filming when I'm out and about and stuff. Because the actual proper camera on this phone is fucked. It looks like I'm in a steam room because the lens smashed. I think like dirt and sort of like steam or whatever, the vapours got inside, so it can't focus properly. So I'm having to use this front facing camera when I'm taking photos, so I look like a proper dickhead when I'm like holding the camera like that, just so I can get a photo of me beer. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, the woes of being a piss poor beer reviewer, I suppose. So it looks really good. Let's give it a sniff. Definitely get the Tonka. It's got that sort of like, almost like a burnt vanilla with a bit of coconut. Molasses is in there. It's playing nicely with those dark malts. Nice and roasty. A little bit of a coffee there. Reminds me of a caramel wafer, this. Yeah, coffee's not really strong in this one. You do get the characteristics of the coffee, but not too much. But it's a lovely smelling beer. It really, really is. Yeah, it's got like what was I gonna say? What is it when you get the two like really like sort of wafer biscuits and put a marshmallow in, you hold it over fire? Graham crackers is what they use. What are they called? I can't remember. It's reminded me of that. I'm like sat round a bonfire. Although it's not really smoky, so don't say bonfire. But you're getting a really sort of like mallow character from it. It smells good, so let's give it a taste. Cheers, folks. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Oh, it's like milk. It's got the texture of milk. Not the biggest body by any stretch. Very gentle carbonation, which just adds a sort of like a smoothness to the beer. Really nice and sweet, but not too sweet. And you do get the coffee. You get a lovely bitter coffee aftertaste on this. Tell you what, that's a wonderful utilisation of Tonka. That's just really nice. Nice bitterness on the back end again from that coffee. We've already talked about the coffee. I'd like a little bit more of a roasty coffee bean flavour. That would be nice. But that sweetness just smooths out the beer nicely. I mean, Weird Beard make fantastic stouts. I think I mentioned this in the other one. One of the best imperial stouts that I've ever had was a bottle of their what's the girl called off The Ring? Sudoku? I think it was one of the the milestone reviews that I did it. I think I got it like Christmas about 2-3 years ago. I just drank it. It was just it's gorgeous. And I think I was actually still living in Germany at the time, and I'd come back for Christmas. Because I think it was the first or second time I went to Northern Beer Temple in Wigan, which I'm so glad to see that is still open, although it's for collection only, which is perfect. If I'm having to pop into Wigan, I could pop into the bottle shop, and they had that bottle of the Sadako. I'm not sure, is it that? But with the blue wax top, and it was just so indulgent, so nice and satisfying. I'll have to get another box. I'm sure they brew that each year. So yeah, they make really good stouts. I'd say this is a little bit more complex and more satisfying than the previous one in this series that I've done. The first beer that I did for Coffee Beer Week. But from what I remember, that had maybe a little bit more coffee in it. So if you're looking for your coffee kick in beer, it's still there. Don't get me wrong. You know that there's coffee in there. It's like coffee with a little bit of like a syrup in there as a sweetener. I mean, this would be fantastic. Utilised in a dessert or something like that. I mean, making brownies with this would just be awesome. It really, really would. To me, it's more of like a very sweet forward pastry stout, as opposed to a coffee and tonka. But then again, a pastry stout could just be really sweet stout. Do you know what exactly constitutes like specific styles anymore? Do you know what I mean? But there's a real sense of decadence with this that I really, really like. Also, slightly reminds me of the little Riesen chocolates you can get, because there's a really nice dark chocolate character in this as well. And as you can see, there's a little bit of brown in there, so it wasn't a jet black beer at all, was it, Peter? Get new eyes, you blind bastard. Anyway, it's really damn good. No booze on it at all. You wouldn't really expect that with an 8% beer. And you could probably get yourself into a lot of trouble with this as well. Which, is that a sign of a bad beer or a flaw with the industry? I don't know. When beer doesn't taste like the ABV that it advertises, is that a good or a bad thing? We should have a debate about that. But I won't do that because I'm too lazy. Anyway, so, lovely, lovely stout. I just wish it had maybe a tiny bit more coffee character, if I'm being honest. But then again, I have had this can for a good going on a month now, so I don't know, but would coffee fade that fast? Sometimes coffee can be really evident in an older beer, but in a newer beer it can fade really quickly. I think it all depends on how they've utilised it and where they've sourced it from, which unfortunately they don't specify where the coffee's from on this, because I'm always looking for places to buy coffee from, because I love coffee. So yeah, I mean, it's damn good, but only thing I'd say is body's perfect, lovely flavours in there, just maybe could have done with a little bit more of a coffee kick. But I'm not going to take away too many points for that. To me, this is still an absolutely awesome 9 out of 10 beer. It really, really is. Weird Beard, I love the brewery, but you wouldn't think so because I hardly drink their beers. I just love how culinary they can be and how experimental they are. And I'm always interested when a brewery teams up with like a restaurant or an eatery or a takeout place or something like that, or like a grocer's or someone who provides a specific ingredient. I'm always intrigued by those collaborations, probably a bit more so than brewery to brewery collaborations, to be honest. But yeah, this is damn good. Highly, highly recommended. I think it was quite cheap as well. I think, if I remember correctly, Adam got this, picked this up for me. I paid him from First Class Ales. Was it, Adam, if you're watching this? I can't remember. It's been a while. Been a while since I've actually bought beer, to be honest. I've just been buying loads of like lagers recently. because it's been nice weather. I've been having people round on the weekend, so I've not really bought anything that's craft. I think I'm long overdue a beer haul, to be honest. I found another thing for me to waste money on, and that's collecting films. So I've been buying loads of like vintage and exploitation films, like I used to a few years ago. So damn, I'm gonna have to haul myself out just so I can keep myself entertained. Anyway, so I do have an OnlyFans account, but I've not actually verified or uploaded videos. I will do. See how many people want to wank over me drinking a beer close up and going at the end of it. Maybe I could do a JOI ASMR beer review. Oh, I've spilt my beer all over myself. Anyway, where the fuck is this going? Stop it now. Yeah, 9 out of 10 for me. Fantastic beer from Weird Beard, and I'm actually quite upset now that I don't have the third beer to conclude Coffee Beer Week. Mind you, I need 2 beers now to make a beer week, I suppose. But we shall see. If not, I'll probably just forget and upload them randomly. It doesn't really matter. Nobody watches my channel anyway, and you know, because I'm not part of the Mile High Club here on BeerTube, and yeah, I'm not relevant enough to offer subscriptions to people. So you reap what you sow. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you tried this, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. This review should not have gone on for 17 minutes, but it did, and it's happened. We can't do anything about that. But I do appreciate each and every one of you guys who watches these videos. I'm getting a little bit out of practice with doing beer reviews, because I'm just, any nice beer I do have, I'm just drinking it. And then, aside from that, I'm just buying, you know, cheap lagers or 4 packs of Brewdog and stuff. Just, yeah, I've not really spent too much time reviewing beers recently, and it's even affected like my upload schedule. Anyway, nobody wants to hear about that. But if you have tried this, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Go check out Weirdbeard, go check out their web shop, go check out First Class. If it was First Class, I can't remember. I think it might have been, no, it's one of Adam's like Merseyside based bottle shops, if I remember correctly. Can't remember what the bottle shop was, web shop, doesn't really matter, but if I remember I'll put it down below. And if Adam comments on this, because I'll forget to ask Adam after I've uploaded this, which by the way, go check out Adam Mersey Beers. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later in a much abridged beer review. That was my impression of Tony Wilson. See you guys later.